I got the moves. I got the moves. I'm making moves. You gotta move. You gotta make the city move. Like, whoa. I make the city move. I got the move.
The NBA season for 2019 is now over, but we've still got plenty of things to look forward to. There are going to be some major trades this off-season. We've already had one of them, some huge free agency signings, and there's plenty of hype for the draft night and awards night coming up towards the end of this month. In today's video, I want to look on the free agency side of things. One player who has been shadowed a bit in this upcoming free agency is D'Angelo Russell. Maybe it's because he's a restricted free agent, maybe it's because players like Durant, Kawhi and Kyrie are taking all the spotlight, who knows. But I think it's time we look at D'Lo's situation and decide where he will end up next season. If you're new here and enjoy the video, be sure to subscribe for more NBA content. But with that being said, let's talk about D'Angelo Russell. D'Angelo Russell had his breakout season this year, bumping up his averages from 15 points per game to over 20 and assists from 5 to 7 a game. What's even more amazing is the fact that he maintained his shooting splits. In fact, he shot more efficiently this season even though he shot the ball more, which is fantastic to see. All of this has gotten him to the point where he is now in the running for most improved player. He's one of the final 3 candidates. And D'Lo knows he's had a great season too. So now, reports are coming out that Russell is in search of a max contract. Of course, if he is offered a max contract from another team and the Nets want to keep him, they can match the offer and therefore keep Russell as he is a restricted free agent. But I'm not sure if Brooklyn's willing to do that. They've freed up a ton of cap space now after the recent trade they did with the Hawks and are able to sign 2 max free agents this summer. Those players could be like Kyrie, and though Russell is a very good player, he's not on the level of an Irving or Durant or Butler. Personally, I only see the Nets signing one of the big free agents this summer, which will most likely be Kyrie at this point, or maybe someone like Tobias Harris. So I do think there is a pretty good chance that they retain D'Lo, but overall, I'm leaning towards Russell going somewhere else. So, where should he go? I've seen a couple of rumors like the Pacers or the Knicks, places like that, but in all honesty, there is one team that beats them out by a long shot. And for some reason, no one seems to be talking about this team. The team is the Boston Celtics. You might be thinking, this is crazy and is an unrealistic idea, but it actually makes a lot of sense. With Kyrie pretty much confirmed to be gone this summer, I think it would be dumb for the Celtics to pursue him or try convince him to stay. Let him go. And now look, Davis has been traded to the Lakers, so there's literally no way you can convince him to stay. AD was their only hope, and now he's been traded to the Lakers. Plus, if they do want to re-sign Kyrie, is there any chance of them going on a deep playoff run? Not in my eyes. Giannis and the Bucks are only going to get better. If Kawhi stays in Toronto, that's another threat right there. Embiid is ready to unleash. The Knicks might sign Durant and Butler or something along those lines. There's so many hot contenders to win in the East. I just don't think it would be worth it in the end for the Celtics to pursue Kyrie. Also, there have been numerous reports saying that if the Nets sign Kyrie Irving, they would be highly unlikely to re-sign D'Lo too. This just makes it even more reasonable for the Celtics to offer a max to Russell, as they'd most likely retain him if Kyrie does sign in Brooklyn. Just think about it, D'Angelo Russell, Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, Al Horford as the veteran leader. That's a great core for the future. Yes, they may not win straight away, but they are so young, the potential is there. Russell is now an all-star, and Tatum could be one as early as next season. This team would be primed for the future and be ready to compete with other young cores like the one in New Orleans. This is different to the Raptors scenario. They did not have a young core like the Celtics. The Raptors already had 2 disappointing superstars. It was now or never for them. For the Celtics, losing in the race for Davis is not going to affect them that majorly. They have a young core with all the potential in the world, and adding D'Lo to that just increases it even more. It's a perfect situation in my opinion. So, let's summarize here. This is what I think the Boston Celtics should do this offseason regarding free agency. Don't worry about missing out on Anthony Davis. Save your young core. Then, try to sign D'Angelo to a max contract. I know it may be matched by Brooklyn, but by the looks of things, the Nets will be targeting players like Kyrie and Tobias Harris over him, so he could escape to Boston, and as I mentioned earlier, if the Nets do get Kyrie, they won't be very interested in Russell anymore. This Celtics team would have so much potential, it's crazy to think about. Russell, Tatum, Jaylen Brown with vets like Horford and Hayward. Sign some bench players in there too to get some depth, and boom, you've got a team ready to dominate in just a couple years' time. But what do you guys think about this? Should the Boston Celtics go after D'Angelo Russell in this year's free agency? Let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to drop it a like and subscribe. But with that being said, I am out. Peace.